It's time. It's finally time. It's time. It's finally time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Hello one, hello all, welcome to my channel. My name is Clarissa and today I'm finally going to be filming this requested video that I get comments on, I get asked in person all the time. Today I am going to be answering the question of how I grow my hair, and I put it in quotation marks because you guys already know how I feel about when people say my hair won't grow. Your hair is growing, you're just not retaining the length. So this is actually a video about how to retain the length, but I'm just saying my hair won't grow, so it's easier for people to search because that's usually what people search, how to make your hair grow. But anyway, that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be split up into two parts. So this is part one, where I'm going to be talking about basically what you might be doing wrong. And part two is going to be filled with more of like what products you might want to use, like oils, shampoos, etc. And I also want to give a big welcome to my subscribers. If you're returning, hello, hi, welcome back. Hope you guys have been doing good. Hope you guys, if you guys are in school, hope you guys have been surviving. We're gonna push through. We're gonna do this, you guys. We're gonna do this. And if you're new to my channel, hello, hello, hello. If you like what you see, why don't you go ahead and click the subscribe button, the like button, and don't forget to comment too if you have any questions or if you have any comments. So, before I actually start talking about methods, I want to go ahead and talk about two things that influence your hair and how much it grows the most. Beyond everything I say after I say this, growth rate and genetics play a huge role in how fast your hair grows and how long your hair grows, okay? I just want to put that out there really quickly. We do not have control over this, and we cannot change it. It's how we were born. So if you want to blame anybody about your growth rate and your genetics, blame your mom and dad, okay? Because that's where it came from, and that's the only reason your hair grows as fast as it grows and your hair gets to a certain length as it does, okay? Okay. But these tips that I'm going to be explaining are going to be things that you can control beyond growth rate, beyond genetics, so your hair can grow to its maximum potential. So, starting with number one, if you do not have a consistent regimen in your hair routine, you're not going to see your hair flourish. Now, what do I mean by consistent regimen? I mean a consistent regimen consisting of a time that you shampoo, deep condition, and style. These three things that are essential in a basic baseline regimen. Some people do more, but those are the three basic: shampoo, deep condition, style. Because for those of you that don't know, our bodies like patterns, our bodies like routines, and our hair is about the same. So if you're not shampooing on a regular basis, whether it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, however many times you shampoo, if you're not having a consistent time that you do that, a consistent time that you're really taking out a specific time in the day or whatever day it is to really nurture and take care of your hair, you're not going to see it flourish. And I know some of you guys are going to be on here like, but that's so much work and I don't want to do that, and that's just a lot. Well, you want your hair to grow, right? You want your hair to be healthy. Things that we want in life sometimes are going to take hard work. And if you don't do the work, you're not going to see the results. It's the same thing if you exercise. You don't exercise, your body's not going to be toned, you're not going to lose weight, whatever your goal is. Everything in life takes consistency, everything in life takes hard work. And hair is the same thing. It takes hard work. I get lots of questions. Your hair just looks so healthy all the time. Why does it look so healthy? Because I chose to take care of it. Yes, it's a lot of hard work. Yes, it takes consistency. I have to schedule my time sometimes, but it's what I wanted to do to get the results that I get on a daily basis. This leads me into number 2, which kind of feeds into the consistent regimen. But if you're not deep conditioning on a regular basis, your hair is gonna suffer. Because one of the main things that we as naturals are combating, besides moisture overload and heat damage and sun damage and friction and all that bad stuff, the main thing we have to combat on a daily, weekly, yearly basis is moisture. And if you are not deep conditioning on a regular basis, your hair is going to suffer. I deep condition once a week. That may seem a lot to some of you guys. I have a busy schedule. I'm a student, I work, and I'm also very involved in my church. But I deep condition once a week because I know that's what my hair needs. If you have such a busy schedule or you feel like you can't do that, I'd say don't go longer than 2 weeks between deep conditions because it's very important. Your hair needs it. If you want to spend money on anything in dealing with natural hair, besides shampoos, besides the gels, besides the creams, you really want to budget out that money for a deep conditioner because a deep conditioner can make or break your hair. A good one can save your hair life. Trust me, it's like one of the most important products you will ever use in your natural hair life. So yes, make sure you are deep conditioning on a consistent basis. And for those of you that don't, try it out for maybe like 2 months. Come back to this video, comment how it changed your life because I promise you your hair will be more manageable. You will see a difference in your hair. I promise, because I definitely saw a difference in my hair when I started doing it consistently. Number 3, now this is dealing with over manipulation. If you are styling your hair every single day, you are over manipulating your hair. So I recommend for you to find your go-to style. Find that style that you know it works, it's your ride or die. You can rock it for at least a week and it works. For me, my go-to style is a wash and go. I do it, I know I can rock it for at least a week and I'm not gonna have my hands in my hair. The most I'm gonna have to do is spray my roots at the most. My roots tend to get dry and that's it. I won't have to have my hands in my hair. I won't have to re-wet my entire hair and try to restyle. That's over manipulating your hair. And it also goes to show that the products that you're using, your hair might not like those products. Because the main way you can tell if a product is working is if your hair is like flourishing. Like let's say I do my regular regimen, style my hair to wash and go with some new products, and I rock that one day and it looks great, it looks fabulous, put my hair in the pineapple like I normally do, go to sleep, wake up and my hair looks crazy. And I have to re-wet my entire hair, take some more of the product and put it on my hair. That product line, whatever I use, probably isn't the best for my hair, which is okay. That's okay. All products that are out there aren't going to work for everybody, but it's good to know which products don't work. But going back to the point, find styles that work for your hair that you can rock for a long time, that you don't have to have your hands in your hair every day, whether it's a twist out, a puff, or even I know when I do my wash and goes and they last like I get to like the 5th day and my hair is starting to look a little crusty, but I don't want to put my hands in it because I know that my wash day isn't for another 2 days. I'll put it up in a puff and that gives me a whole nother couple of days to rock it out and it still looks good. So keep that in mind. Number 4, whoa, did you see my finger? 4. Number 4, find protective styles that you like as well. And I want to go ahead and say this as well. Protective styles are not always box braids. They're not always single-ease twists. They're not always having other hair put into your hair. If you like the protective style like that, great. That's great. Your hair is going to flourish. You're going to be great. For me, I don't really like the protective style that way. My go-to protective style are twists of my own hair. I'll just section my hair. I don't feel like dealing with my hair for the next couple of days, maybe like a week and a half. Twist my hair up really good. Let it last for maybe a week or a week and a half. If I'm going somewhere, I'll take the twist out and I'll have a twist out, a really bomb twist out, and I'll be able to rock that for a couple more days too. So it's all about finding a style that works for you. And the main thing about protective styling is getting your hair off your shoulders. And I didn't really have this problem until recently because my hair grew. But once I passed the awkward stage, and for those of you that big chopped, you know what I'm talking about, that awkward stage where it's like your hair stops right here and it's not short and it's not a TWA anymore, but it's not hitting your shoulders, so it's very strange. I digress. Once you pass the awkward stage and your hair starts to rub against your shoulders, you get this thing called hair friction. And it's not something that we can control. It just happens, whether it's your skin, your clothes. I know I wear a backpack when I go to school, so anything that is rubbing up against it is hair friction. So you want to combat that, whether it's the protective styles that I already said, or I know for me, I'll put my hair in a puff if I want to. I'll put my hair in a puff in a minute. If I know that I'm about to exercise, if I know if I'm going to be sweaty, or if I just want to put my hair in a puff, I'll do it. I usually wear my hair down, but as my hair gets longer, I know I'm gonna have to put it up more because that hair friction is real. And hair friction can cause things like split ends and just rough hair, causing you to have to trim more. So it's just something to think about. Protective styling is good. You don't have to wear your hair down all the time. I'm talking to myself too because I know I love to wear my hair down, but puffs are okay. Protective styling is good. So think about that. Number 5, drink water and eat fruits and vegetables. Now I know some of you guys, or probably most of you guys, are gonna be like, I hear this all the time. This is like the 3rd video I've watched. Your video is like the 4th video that I'm watching today about growing my hair. And everybody's saying drink water and eat your vegetables, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe they're saying it because it works. Just saying. And I'm saying this because our body lives on water. Our body thrives on water. If you do not drink water for more than maybe like, I don't know, for some of y'all, I love water. If I don't drink water in like a day, I feel a difference. My body will let me know that it's hurting, that it's struggling, okay? So water is important. You want to filter your body from the inside out. If your insides aren't healthy, your outsides are not going to be healthy. They're not going to love it. Same thing with fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables have tons of vitamins that we need, not just for our hair, but for our organs to work correctly, all of that good stuff. So I recommend change your diet. I'm not saying go vegan or go vegetarian. Just try to implement some more fruits and vegetables. Try to trade that juice or for that soda in for a bottle of water every day, and just see what the difference does for you, because I guarantee you that you will see a difference. You really will, especially with drinking water. Like when you really like research, because I'm not going to tell y'all need to do some research. We have Google. But if you go and research really how vital water is for our body, you all would start drinking water like it's crazy. Like our body needs water. Our body can survive on water longer than it can survive on food. So drink your water, you guys, okay? Number 6, and I might get some backlash from this. I might get a dislike. You might click off the video, but I'm sorry. Shampooing. Okay? Shampooing is important. And I'm not knocking you co-wash people, okay? I'm not saying co-washing is the devil. I'm not saying co-washing does not work. However, okay? If you are only co-washing and you never, ever, 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 ever shampoo, your scalp is not clean. Your scalp is not clean. That would be like going in the shower and getting your body wet, everything, taking some lotion and just no. No, that is not clean. That is not clean. So I recommend shampoo. I shampoo once a week. That may be too much to some people. I know some people that shampoo once every other week, once every 2 weeks. Do you? But if you're not adding some type of shampoo into your regimen, into your wash day routine, and all you're doing is co-washing, your scalp is not going to be clean, and you actually might stunt your growth even more because the conditioner or whatever co-wash you're using is actually going to clog your pores, making it hard for your hair to grow. But I do want to reiterate, co-washing is not bad. You just need to know when to do it. Like, let's say you're going to the beach and you got some salt water in your hair or whatever, okay? Co-washing might be good in that moment. You know, your hair needs that moisture because that salt came in. I know when I first went natural and I was in the dorm, I would wash my hair like normal on a normal hair regimen, and maybe walking around campus or whatever, I might get sweaty throughout the weeks. Then that's when I would co-wash in between my actual shampoo days. Like here's the first week that I shampoo. And here's the days going by, okay, my hair is getting sweaty or whatever. Time to co-wash. And then that would get me through until my next shampoo. I would never substitute a shampoo with a co-wash. Ever. Because I don't know, my scalp needs to feel clean. My scalp never really felt clean with co-washing. Like I said, I'm just stating what worked for me and what I suggest. I am not an expert. This is just what I did because everyone keeps asking me. So I'm explaining what I did, okay? And my last tip is to trim. Now I know this is a sensitive topic for some of y'all as well, but trimming is important. If you don't trust yourself to trim, go to a stylist to trim. And I know what some of y'all are gonna say. Some of y'all are gonna be like, well, I don't trust my stylist because I went to a salon stylist and she cut too much. I want to, what's the word I want to use? I want to let the cat out the bag. I want to lay some truth on y'all. And I also hope that I don't hurt anybody's feelings in this one too, but I'm here to speak the truth. I'm here to speak what's going on, okay? So here's what y'all do. Y'all go natural and you don't trim your hair at all because my hair is not damaged and my hair doesn't need to be trimmed, which may be true in the beginning. Like when I first cut my hair and I had a TWA, there was no reason for me to get my hair trimmed because my hair wasn't damaged. But as my hair got longer and it was exposed to the elements, it had friction, I started to see single strand knots, split ends, etc. So I know for me, I trim as needed. I don't have a specific like, I trim every such and such weeks or whatever. I don't have that. If I see that my hair needs a trim, I trim it. Some of y'all do not trim your hair at all. So you will go maybe your hair is my length, I'm not sure. And you'll go an entire year and you won't trim your hair at all because you want the length so bad. And then you'll finally go to a stylist. And they trim your hair because you haven't trimmed your hair in an entire year, and you wonder why they had to trim so much. Let me explain. So let's say year one starts, you don't trim your hair at all, and maybe in the beginning of the year your hair had like maybe this much of damage. So this is how much probably needed to be trimmed off in the beginning, right? But you didn't trim your hair at all that year. So as the time goes by, the damage, because it's gonna affect the rest of your hair, the damage gets bigger and it travels up your hair, and the next thing you know, it's like the end of the year and you're like, let me go to a stylist and she has to cut this much, and you wonder why. It's because you didn't trim your hair at all that year, and the damage that was already there affected the rest of your strands and may have to trim more. So that's the tea on that. So I don't want to hear anybody, my stylist cut too much off, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. You had that much damage because you waited too long to get your hair trimmed before. I'm not fussing. I'm really not trying to fuss. I'm really not trying to come at anybody, but I hear that a lot. I'm just here to shed some light on the situation for you guys. So, long story short, if you don't want to get like this much trimmed off of your hair, get your hair trimmed more. Not saying just go get your hair trimmed just to get it trimmed. Get it trimmed if you need to get it trimmed. Like I said before in many videos in the past, you know when your hair needs to be trimmed. You know when your hair needs to be trimmed. We all know. So if you feel it coming, if your hair is getting harder to detangle, if you notice your ends, your wash and goes, your twist outs, whatever you're doing aren't coming out as bomb, it might be time for a trim, and that's okay. Trimming this much now isn't gonna hurt you compared to trimming this much because you waited too late. So those are all of my tips for retaining length, for growing your hair. Of course, there's plenty more, but these are the things that I know I did specifically. And just for one bonus tip, I'll give y'all a bonus tip. This is not for growing your hair, but I know some of you guys may not be able to see your growth. Some of you guys may not be able to see how much your hair is really growing because you see yourself every day. You see yourself every time you walk past a car, every time you walk past a mirror, every time you walk past a reflection and your reflection in a building, whatever. We see ourselves 24/7. So we may like see someone who hasn't seen us in a while and they go, "Oh my gosh, your hair grew," and you're just like eh? But your hair really did grow, but you may not be able to see that because you see yourself every day. What I did and what I still do when I big chopped, I actually took pictures, and it's not conceited at all. I took dozens and dozens and dozens of pictures, and I might put some in here maybe, I don't know. I took dozens and dozens and dozens of pictures. So when I felt like my hair wasn't growing, I would go through the pictures and I would put timestamps, month 1, month 2, blah, blah, blah. And I could actually see how my hair was progressively growing. So I suggest for you guys to make an album in your phone or whatever and document your growth. So that way you don't feel discouraged, because it really, really, really does help. I know it helped me on some days, some months where I would be like, I had so much growth this month and now it just feels like my hair is in a hiatus. It's not in a hiatus, it's still growing, but you just can't really tell. But that is the end of part 1 of my hair won't grow. And I hope this helped you guys. If it did, go ahead and leave a like down below and go ahead and comment. And once again, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to join this wonderful community we have here. I love you guys so much, and I cannot believe we have almost hit 500. Last time I checked, we're almost at 500, and that may not be big to some people, but that's pretty big to me. That's like 1,000 people. Like if I was in the building with 500 people, that would be a lot. So I'm really thankful for you guys, those of you that have stuck it out with me, those of you who are just joining. You all mean a lot to me. Your support means a lot to me, and I think that's about it. So I will see you guys in the next video, whatever video you watch after this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.